Hi guys, welcome back to High Yield Intraday Trading. I hope everybody is doing good. So there is so much of speculation about using moving averages in day trading that most of the retail traders get attracted towards it. Now the question is, should we follow the strategies that surround the moving averages, like the moving average crossovers? It might be the exponential moving averages, which we call it as EMAs, or the simple moving averages, which we call it as SMAs. Okay, and how should we actually be using the moving averages? Okay, well, I know some of the guys will not agree to the things that I'm gonna tell in this video. Rather, I would say the things that I would be suggesting in this video. But the catch is, if you think that my words make sense, then try it out, implement it in the live market and see how it works. Okay, and if you're a guy who do not want to trust my words, still I would insist you to implement it in the live market and see how it works. Okay, I'm not asking you to put in your real money. You can observe it for some time, maybe a week or two, and if you are satisfied, you can start implementing it in the live market. Okay, now coming to the rules. So first, let's understand why moving averages. It's because the moving averages are clean with less vibrations. Now remember, I am talking about just one moving average at a time. I'm not talking about moving average crossovers where you need to use more than one moving average at a given point of time. Okay. Second is, moving averages tells you which side of the market should you be trading on. Now, how do you know it? It's quite simple. If the candlesticks are below the moving averages, you go short, and if the candlesticks are above the moving averages, you go long. Now, is it that simple to take up the trades? The simple answer is no. Remember, you use moving averages for a particular purpose, and there has to be some other things that serve other purposes. Okay, it has to be in combination with something else which is strong enough to let you know what might happen in future. Okay, so in some time I will let you know what combinations you can go for. Okay, now the next question is, if I'm supposed to use a moving average as a day trader, then which one should I go for? The answer to it is, I would suggest you to go for the 10 SMA. Okay, 10 simple moving average. Now the next question is why. The reasons are many. Like, if you are trading breakouts, you want a moving average that has a shorter period for your average. Okay, you cannot take the moving average with higher periods for calculating your average. Okay, another reason is you need to track the price action closely. Okay, like if you're trading the breakouts in the early hours, okay, after the market opens, then the breakouts will likely fail for sure. Okay, another reason is, since you are a day trader, never take the help of the higher period moving averages to decide your trades, especially in the 5 minutes time frame. Okay, you will fail miserably, so do yourself this favor. If you're using a 5 minutes time frame to day trade, okay, in intraday trading, if you're using a 5 minutes time frame, refrain yourself from using higher period moving averages, like 50 moving average or 200 moving average. They have a different purpose. They cannot tell you at what point to take an entry and stuffs like that. Okay, so be careful with that point. Okay, now the next important thing is, how do we use the 10 SMA? You should be using the 10 SMA along with any other indicator. Let's say, for example, the super trend. Okay, I will show you the example of how you can use the 10 SMA with the 3 super trend strategy that I had discussed earlier. Okay, so for the guys who have not who don't know what is the 3 super trend strategy, please have a look on my previous videos. There is a strategy by the name of 3 super trend. You need to get familiar with that strategy first, and then you can combine the 10 SMA with that strategy so that it will add an edge to your trading strategy. All right, right. So let's jump onto the charts here. Okay. Okay, this is the chart of RelCap. Okay, now one of the methods of selecting the stock is to get on to the NSE India site and see the top gainers and losers. Right now, I know that some of the guys will get back with the statement that the scripts which are shown up here, they are the end of the day scripts. So how is it helpful in the video? You need to remember the fact that though they are end of the day scripts, okay, let's say for example I take ITC, at the end of the market it is on the top. but in between the market hours, like 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock or maybe 1 o'clock in the afternoon, it might be the case that ITC was in the third or the fourth position, or even in the fifth position. Just because it started moving above, just because it started moving up, it slowly came on to the first position. Okay, so one thing to remember here is you are not taking your trades depending on the listings here. You take your trades depending on your technicals. Okay, now let's say, for example, if ITC at 11 o'clock in the morning, ITC comes up in the top gainers, will you blindly take a long position in ITC? The simple answer is no. You have to compare your technicals. It might be super trend, it might be pivots, anything at all. Okay, whatever technicals you follow. If you see that ITC is on the top of the list, the next job of yours is to make sure that the technicals are approving you to go long in that particular script. Okay, so hope I clear myself regarding the listings here. Okay, so let's get on to the FNO segment, because FNO securities are the scripts which have the highest volatility and volume. Okay, so it is always advised to trade on the FNO securities. Okay, so in FNO we had RelCap, MFSL and Castrol India in the first three. Okay, so these three are the scripts which gave the max movement and were in the top list. Okay, so we will see. I will explain how do you trade with these kind of scripts using this particular strategy, 3 super trend and the 10 SMA. Okay, so RelCap is already out here. Okay, so 27th was Friday, so this big green candle is the one which with which the day started. Okay, now there are some rules which you need to follow. Okay, as I said, you need to use every indicator has a particular purpose, right? Now in this strategy we are using the 3 STs, okay, 3 super trends along with a 10 SMA. Now the purpose of the super trend is to tell you that the trend is in an upward trend. Okay, so in this chart, super trend is letting you know that the RelCap is trending upwards. At the same time, when you apply 10 simple moving average, that will help you to take the entries. Okay, if you remember, I had told it earlier that as a day trader, it is always good to have multiple confirmations. Okay, so in this we have 2 confirmations. One confirmation is given by the super trend, which is telling us that the trend of the stock is in the upward direction. The second one is this 10 simple moving average, which will help us in taking the entries. Okay, I hope that is clear now. Now where do we take the entries? Okay, if you see the first candle from the starting itself, the super trend was asking you to go long. Can you really go long in the first candle? I mean, I will never approve doing that, because anything can happen in the first 10 to 15 minutes. The entire move can reverse in the downward direction as well. Okay, so always wait for the first 10 to 15 minutes and then take up your trades. Okay, if you are a day trader. Okay, the rule says take your entries when the candlesticks are very close to the 10 simple moving average. Okay, so the 3 super trends are telling you that the overall trend of the stock is upwards, and the 10 simple moving average will help you to decide the point where you should take your entry. Okay, so to start with the first candle, this is the this is the 915 candle, the big long green candle. So we avoid the first 15 minutes. Okay, so till this red candle we are not trading. Okay, come to the 930 candle, the 4th candle. Okay, the 4th candle is above the 10 simple moving average, but it is in red. Okay, so it is always better for you to wait to see what happens in the next candle. Okay, you wait for the next candle. Next candle is again red coming down. Next candle is again red, which is actually touching the 10 simple moving average. Okay, the 10 SMA. So you cannot take a position there. Okay, the next candle is a green, red, green again. So the best entry, okay, that you can take in this trade is the 1015 candle. Okay, because as I said, you have to take the entry at a candle which is above the 10 SMA. At the same time, it should be close enough to the 10 SMA. Okay, so 10:15 is the candle where you can take the long position. Okay, and you see the move. Okay, you see the move, and what should be your exit point? Your exit point either can be, you know, when the candlesticks touch the 20 SMA and breaches the 20 SMA and comes down somewhere here, you can exit. And if you are a religious follower of super trend strategy, the 3 super trend strategy, it is very clear that this super trend is acting as a support. Okay, so there are chances that the script will go further up. Okay, so you can very well stay back in the trade till the super trend is breached by the candlestick. Okay, so I am not manipulating anything. Okay, I am not manipulating anything at all, because what these candlesticks are already formed on Friday. Okay, so I am not manipulating anything. I am just explaining how the technicals work. Okay, so the guys who want to book their profits, they can book it anywhere here when they see the red candle, or you can book your profits when the candlestick breach the 10 SMA and comes down, or you can wait for the super trend to be breached and then you can you know, close your trade. Okay, this is so you can clearly see, if you trust the super trend which acts as a support, okay, this script again started moving up. Okay, now there is a catch when you use the 10 SMA. Okay, if you are going long in a script, always make sure that the 10 SMA is making a slope in the upward direction. It is not flat, right? See, this is making a slope. It is a diagonal. It is diagonally going up. That should give you the confirmation that the script is in a mood to go up. Okay, if the 10 SMA is a kind of flat, okay, then it is a warning sign for you that anything can happen. Okay, so that is how these all things should be taken care of. Okay, the next one was which one? MFSL, and then Castrol India. So let's move on to MFSL and see what happened, if this worked or not. Okay, yes, I got an example of flat 10 SMA here. I will explain it. Okay, so the day started here at this green candle, right? So you can take your entry at this green candle, the 935 candle. Okay, because it is very close to the 10 SMA. At the same time, the 10 SMA is having a slope, right? It is showing a clear slope which is moving diagonally in the upward direction. So that gives you the confirmation that it has all the chances, the script has all the chances to go up. Okay, so you can take a long position at 935, and you can either come out of the trade when the 10 SMA is breached by a candlestick and it closes below it. And if you are a super trend follower, you can wait for the super trend, the topmost super trend line, to be breached, and then you can wrap up your position. Okay, and if you are a super trend follower, you see the move is again in the upward direction. Okay, now this is the flat thing I was talking about. It was a completely flat market for around how much? 12:30 to 1:50 till 2 o'clock, you can say. Okay, so avoid situations where you see that the 10 SMA line, the blue line is the 10 SMA, right? So avoid taking trades when you see that the 10 SMA line has gone flat. If you are going long, it has to give you a slope in the upward direction. If you are going short, it has to give you a slope in the downward direction. Okay, the next one is Castrol India. Okay, so the same very thing happens here. Okay, 27th, this green candle is the opening. Okay, we wait for the candlesticks to come closer to the 10 SMA. Okay, so in this case, you are not supposed to take a position. Okay, because all the candles are far away from the 10 SMA. Okay, and finally it retraced back, and it is clearly taking a support at the super trend. So now we have to wait for the candlestick to breach the 10 SMA, and the 10 SMA should be giving us a upward slope. Okay, so this is the candle which actually breached. okay, and the super trend was giving an upward slope, so you can take an entry at the starting of the 1050 candle. Okay, the 10 SMA did go flat because of this red candle, okay, but you are safe, you can be in the trade till the 10 SMA is not breached in the downward direction, and eventually it went up. Okay, I understand that this is a small move that you are catching, okay, but remember that in intraday trading, for a 170 rupees script, okay, even if you are catching a move of 1 rupees or 1 rupees 20 paisa, that is a big deal. Okay, because this move, nobody will tell you that this script will give such a move in the initial hours. Okay, now you might repent on your decision after this move is over, that why did not I enter in the initial minutes of the trading. But what if, who will give you the guarantee that it will give such a vertical move? Okay, there is no guarantee. So it is, as a day trader, it is very important for you to make sure that you take the safe trades, okay, not the risky ones. Okay, so and this is the flat area, right? This is the flat area where the 10 SMA has gone flat, so no entries. Okay, so let's move on to some examples from the top losers. Okay, so you click on the losers tab and you go to the FNO Securities, Colfin and Balkrishna Industries. Okay, so let's get on to Colfil. Sorry, I put in the wrong name. Okay, so this is a short example, okay, an example where you sell the stock. Okay, 27th 9:15 is this green candle. We are not trading for the first 15 minutes, right? So the first 3 candles have to be avoided. The 4th candle, as per the 3ST rule, as per the 3 super trend strategy rule, we will never take any position if all the 3 super trends are not in a single direction. So what's happening here? One super trend which is in red is on the top, and 2 super trend lines which are in green are in the bottom, and the candlesticks are falling within those super trends. Okay, so this is not a safe place to take a trade. We need to wait for a point where either all the 3 super trends will be below the candlesticks or all the 3 super trends will be above the candlesticks. That is the place where we take our position, right? So we got that position at this candle. 1050 is the candle where all the 3 super trends went above the candlesticks, which implies that we should be going short. Okay, now is this a position, right position to go short? The simple answer is no. You need to wait for the retracement to happen so that the candlesticks get closer to the 10 SMA. So this is the point where, this candle 1120 candle is the point which is quite near to the 10 SMA, so you can go short at this point. Okay, what is the confirmation? By seeing what things have you decided to go short? Number 1, super trend are above the candlesticks, which tells you that you should go short. At the same time, the 10 SMA, the candlesticks are below the 10 SMA, and the 10 SMA is giving you a slope in the downward direction, so you can go short at the 1120 candle. Okay, and you stay back in the trade. You stay back in the trade. Don't panic in situations like this. Okay, hold on to your technicals. See, it is very important to believe your technicals. Okay, the market will never be swift enough. It will test your patience, it will test your strategies, it will test your technicals. The thing that you need to do is to make sure that the entries that you make are correct, and you hold on to your trades till you see that the technicals are failing. So when the technical will fail, the first failure is when this green candle actually breached the 10 SMA and closed above it. Okay, so you can very well wait till to see if the candlesticks are actually reaching the or breaching the bottom super trend or not. Okay, so eventually it never breached the super trend, it even didn't touch the super trend. Okay, and it started falling down. Eventually it came down below 10 SMA and it was a big fall. Okay, so please don't panic in the live market, guys. You need to hold on to your technicals. Okay, I always keep on saying the same thing. Okay, so hold on to your technicals, trust them. Okay, the next one is Balkrishna Industries. Let's see what happened in Balkrishna. Okay, the same kind of example here. Okay, we are not trading in the first 15 minutes. You can make a long position at I'm sorry, where is the starting of the day? 9:15. This green candle is the starting of first candle of the day. Okay, so we are avoiding the first 15 minutes. So the first three candles we are not trading. The fourth candle, okay, you clearly see that the fourth candle is taking a support at the super trend and moving up, but at the same time you have the 10 SMA sitting on the top, which can work as a resistance, right? And it did work as a resistance. So there is no way that you take the position unless and until the candlestick actually breaches the 10 SMA. Okay, so you wait, and eventually they started falling. Okay, all the three super trends went up, the candlesticks. Okay, and this is the candle. Okay, this 1050 is the candle where you can take a short position. I mean, you can take a short position at 1040 candle as well, or 1045 candle as well, or 1050 candle as well, because all these 3 to 4 candles which you see here, they are exactly below the 10 SMA, and the 10 SMA is giving you a lower slope. The slope of the 10 SMA is in the downward direction. Okay, so you can very well trust the super trend and the 10 SMA and take a short position, and you see the move. Okay, so just a moment, guys. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Okay, so this is how the technicals work, and this is how you can make the use of the 10 simple moving average. Remember, it's simple moving average, 10 SMA. I'm not talking about 10 exponential moving average. Okay, people might have the question that if you're using 10 SMA, why can't you use 20 SMA? Because 20 SMA is also a lower time period, right? But if I compare 10 SMA and 20 SMA, I'm more satisfied with the 10 SMA. Okay, so that is why I'm insisting you to go ahead with the 10 SMA, guys. Okay, so hope this will help you out. This will add some extra edge to your day trading. Okay, try it out, guys. Observe, try it out, and you can put in the comments how it works. Okay, so that's it for now. I will come up with some other video with some other topic in a couple of days. Okay, and I would like to also apologize for the fact that I was away from YouTube for a long time. I really remain busy with the other stuff, so I hardly find any time to make videos, but I will keep making. Okay, whenever I make, I will make sure that it adds some sense and it adds some edge to your trading experience. Okay, so as always, I would request you to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and yep, that's it for now. I will see you again then sometime later. All right, good night, guys. You all have a good night's sleep, and thank you so much. I will see you later. Thank you. Bye bye.